Hey guys, welcome back to CMTEQ channel in the series of tutorial on electrical distribution. So this is tutorial 8 where we're discussing the two-wire distributor. A certain two-wire cable has an insulation resistance of 200 mega ohm. So that is 200 mega ohm per 100 meters, right? So that is a certain two-wire cable. So they're not saying whether it's copper cable or what the story is, but they're not even telling us what the properties of this cable here. They're basically just saying a certain two-wire, right? Like this one or this one, right? That have an insulation, right? It has an insulation of 200 mega ohm per 100 meters of cable. If the cable is 5 km long and is connected to a 240 volt DC supply. So we need to calculate the insulation resistance of this cable, right? So how much insulation are we getting from this cable? So assuming we're putting a 240 volt here, how much current can leak out of this cable, right? That's tell us the magnitude or how good our insulation is. That is why the second question here is to calculate what the total leakage current. So we need to find the total leakage current. But before we do that, let's first find the total insulation resistance of this cable. Now, this is going to be a bit tricky now because the insulation resistance of a cable is inversely proportional to the length of a cable. So what it means is the longer the cable gets, the smaller its insulation resistance get. So right now, what do we have? We've got a cable that has an insulation resistance of 200 mega ohm per 100 meters. Okay, so now they are saying we need to calculate its insulation resistance when the cable is what? 5 kilometers. So that's basically 5,000 meters. So the first thing to do here is to know exactly what we have here. Let's say R1 is equal to 200 mega ohm of resistance, right? And then we've got length 1, okay? So length 1 is 100 meters. And then there is another length here that we're going to call L2 or length 2 that is equal to 5,000 meters, right? So now we need to find what? We need to find R2. So that's the value of R2 we need to find. Okay, so that is the total insulation resistance of these 5,000 meters cable. Right, now since we now know that the insulation resistance is basically inversely proportional to the length of the cable, so what we're going to do then is, so we're going to say R1 over R2 is equal to L2 over L1, right? So the inverse now of the distance. Now from here, we're going to make R2 the subject of the formula because that is R2 that we are after. So this means then R2 is going to be equal to R1 times L1 divided by L2. So now from here, all you have to do is to replace with the values of what you have here. So you know what is R1. So it's 200 times 10 to the power 6 ohm times the length 1, that is 100 meters. And that is going to be divided by L2, which is 5,000 meters. So you're going to cancel the meters out. So you're going to have 200 times 10 to the power 6 times 100 divided by 5,000. And that gives me 4 mega ohm. So you get the value of 4 mega ohm. So this is your insulation resistance. So now you can see that it went down from 200 mega ohm with a piece of 100 meters cable to only 4 mega ohm when the cable was extended to 5,000 meters. Okay, so that is question number A that we just resolved. So now we can move on to resolve question B. Now question B is the total leakage current. Now it's very easy. This is why. So if you have a cable like that, you can basically measure the insulation resistance before even going through this calculation. So all you have to do is to tap in a voltage between one of these cable or one of these wires in reference to the insulation, the surface insulation of the cable. So you put in a voltage, or you tie these two wires together and you feed in a positive wire here and your negative against the insulation, and you start increasing your voltage to whichever level you want to go to, and you're going to see the current that's going to flow. That is the leakage current. So you are expecting no current, okay? You got a small value of current, that basically the leakage current that is leaking through, and you can tell yourself whether you are confident with that particular cable to use it into your application. So having said that, to calculate the insulation resistance of this cable is going to be a very simple Ohm law here. We know that V is equal to I times R, okay? So which means, so this basically means the current is going to be equal to the voltage divided by the resistance. So now we know what the voltage is. The voltage is 240 volt DC. So we're going to have 240 volt here divided by the resistance. So what is the resistance? We know that we found the insulation resistance to be 4 mega ohm. So we then going to just plug here 4 times 10 to the power 6. Okay. And that is going to give us a simple value of 240 divided by 4 times 10 to the power 6. And I'm getting a current of 60 microamp. So this is the leakage current that is going to leak out of this cable if you have a voltage of 240 volt. So this leakage current is going to increase if your voltage increase. So that is just normal. So if you increase your voltage here, you say it's 2400. So basically you got 2 kilovolt. So if you put 2 kilovolt there, and all of a sudden your leakage current, it's going to be about 600 microamp. So the higher you go, the more leakage current you're going to be getting. So that can basically tell you, depending on which application you want to use your cable, certain leakage current cannot be tolerated. For example, if you are in a construction industry and you've got a leakage circuit breaker in a building DB box set to leak at about 20 milliamps, and you have a cable that is leaking about 20 milliamps of current, then your leakage breaker will be just tripping all the time. So you will be probing and looking all over the place. What is going on? Well, the problem is lying with your cable. It's leaking current that is high enough for your leakage circuit breaker to detect it. So this is why it's very important to know the insulation resistance of your cable before you can spec it to use in any application. So that is it, guys, for this tutorial. If you found it useful and it was important to you, please subscribe to CMTEQ channel and give this tutorial a thumbs up. That will be highly appreciated. Until next time, cheers.